Welcome to Two Tar Teachers. We're in the town of West. It is about 20 miles north of Waco.
Off of 35, exit 353, you'll see signs for that. It is a Czech community, and there are a number of bakeries here.
And we're at the old Czech Bakery.
This one, if you actually turn across toward the east, is just a little bit off. We thought it'd be a little bit quieter to show you. And the Kolaches in this one, massive. This is the blueberry cream cheese. The girl inside said this was her favorite. At some point in my life, I have had Kolaches from probably every bakery in this town, and I can tell you they've all been good. But if you're going to be somewhere in this area, definitely worth your time. And let me let you know how this is. And you got a sausage roll?
Yeah.
Sausage and cheese, something like that? Yeah, this is definitely worth the stop.
Yeah.
Here we are at the Waco Mammoth National Monument.
It's part of the U.S. National Park Service in conjunction with Baylor University and the city of Waco.
Steinbeck has become a fairly busy little street, so if you hear some traffic, that's what that is. But we're going to take a look inside, give you a look inside, and let you know you can get one of these cool glow-in-the-dark shirts.
Okay, the tape at the top of this pole shows you where the back of these mammoths would have come. There also is another replica in size of the size of the mammoth where you can get an idea, a little better idea of what size would have been.
And it's larger than the woolly mammoth.
There are also signs throughout that tell you a little bit of the history of how Baylor University, the city of Waco, got involved with this dig.
And how the man found the first bones in 1978, I believe.
But it's very interesting to see the progress they've made on excavating. Excavation is currently on hold, but should resume. The panorama here is to show you the size of the building. So if you've been to the one in South Dakota, you can see this is quite a bit smaller, still with a lot to excavate, but it is a reputable size dig and worth your time.
Okay, here we are on the historic suspension bridge in Waco. You can tell this was actually built for pedestrians and possibly buggies or horses here.
Carriages,
and pedestrians on the other side. And it is a suspension bridge.
And the man who owned the property charged a small fee for the horses and the carriages and the people.
But this is a really kind of neat part of Waco. We're going to take some pictures out here. There's a bronze statue, and you can actually, I guess, climb up on the longhorns and stuff there. But there is a river walk in Waco, and I'll put the sign up about the different places that this goes. But this is the Brazos.
Plain Stadium is where Baylor plays.
Yeah, so it's right here. That's where Baylor plays. Okay, behind us is the Dr. Pepper Museum. And
Dublin, Texas is the home of Dr. Pepper.
But it was invented here in Texas. Neither one of us are huge Dr. Pepper fans. I've been through the museum several years ago. The highlight of the tour was they gave you a sample at the end, and like I said, we neither one. I know we're from Texas, but that's just not our drink of choice. But it is here. We are less than 3 minutes away from the suspension bridge,
Yes.
and so I wanted to let you know this is certainly a stop if you're a Dr. Pepper fan.
And I think it's about $10 to get in.
So if that's something you're interested in, it's here in Waco. Hey Marlena, here we are at the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame. I can hardly wait to go in, see maybe Nolan's here, Pudge, A-Rod.
Sure. Ranger, like Walker, Texas Ranger.
You mean that Chuck Norris is in there?
Not exactly.
Oh man. But this is another cool stop you might want to make if you are in the Waco area. Literally 35 is going right past us. And there really is a lot of history. People don't realize that the Texas Rangers were law enforcement for many years. So, very interesting place, a lot of history, worth a stop. Okay, so if you are coming to Fort Parker or Mahia, which is out from Waco, the Farmhouse is definitely somewhere you want to come. And we just found out that the Monday special is catfish, which is why we came here. Their slogan is "One bite and you're hooked." So even if you're not here on a Monday, this is a great choice. I suspect that the chicken fried steak would also be. But and if you've never had fried okra, obviously I didn't get any this time. I'm thinking this would be a great place to get some as well.
What do you think of Fort Parker State Park near Mahia?
Well, and it is the closest state park to Waco.
Yes, it is.
And so there are some Corps of Engineer parks that are in Waco, as a matter of fact. So if that really is your destination, you might want to stay at one of those. We've not tried any because when we're in Texas, we like to stay in the Texas state parks for numerous reasons. And Fort Parker is such a pretty small park.
It is a small park.
And it's really pretty. And one time when we were here last year, it was full. Every site was full. I believe most of the shelters were full.
I think they were.
And this year, kind of the opposite.
I will say the swimming area's up. There is a ledge that you're supposed to be able to walk down to and then gradually get in the water. The ledge is in the water.
So, yeah, the lake has been up for a little while, but anyway, it is a lovely park. They have a nature center here. They have a fish, if you don't have fishing equipment, they'll loan you some, and lots of trails. So, what'd you think of the time we spent in Waco?
It was wonderful. I loved seeing the Mammoth Dig again.
And so the Mammoth Dig. Now, if you've been to the one in South Dakota, this one's much smaller. If you haven't been there, this is really a decent size dig. It's in an enclosed area, and it's very interesting.
Now, the one thing we did not get to do was go to the Magnolia Silos owned by
the fixer-upper people.
Chip and Joanna.
But Waco has a lot to offer, a lot more than you might think. I will be honest, this is Texas, and in the summer, if you're not used to the humidity, like here, the screen shelters would be fine for the fall, winter, spring, but right now it's going to be warm if you're not used to it. But it's a gorgeous lake. I'm just watching these birds flying across. It's beautiful. There's a breeze. It's really, it's a nice area. Really like this state park. It's our second visit here and probably not our last.
Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.